Good day, everyone. I brought you back to show you that I'm still working on my purple snippet roll, and what I've done is I finished covering it up with all the pieces, and I got all the pieces, and then I went through on the sewing machine, and I did some stitching to get it stitched on this far. So I added, I had just this morning got a happy mail from Safia in India, and she sent me the most beautiful, I put a video of this too, a package of beautiful pieces of fabric. So I already am started on using one of the pieces. I'm so bad about hoarding beautiful things and then I don't get them used. Well, I this matched what I was going for here, so I cut some pieces off already and I had them added to my snippet roll. And so now that I did the machine stitching on them, I threaded a needle. I use this hemp cord. I really do like this hemp cord. This is 10-pound hemp cord, and it's of different colors. And so what I'm going to do now is when I start adding um, buttons. Oh, look at the big holes in them buttons right there. Since that button has such a big hole, I'm going to take and put in a piece of ribbon. I ordered at a, the sad thing is, I won't say it's sad. I'm sure, the things take time, but I ordered buttons. I bid on buttons from somebody's uh, auction, and I haven't gotten them yet. And it's been a while, and I don't remember whose auction it was, so I can't ask them anything. And so I guess I should have wrote a note. But even still, sometimes it takes people time to get things sent off that you purchase from their auction. So I'm not worried yet. And then, of course, with the holidays too, it takes a while. See, so I'll put that in there and put a little bow in that there button. So, and then I'll take that button and I'm going to just stitch that button onto the fabric. And so onto my snippet roll. Now, like I was saying in my last video of my snippet roll, how these pieces of this roll, you just you make it with snippets of fabric and things, and then you can take just a piece off to use as a pocket or as a front on a put it on the front of a journal, or and then one of my dear subscribers said that you can also use it for a belly band, which that's good too, and a belly band on a page, and that's a good idea as well. So there's many different things. And then I had somebody says that one lady had bought one from me, and she said that she was using it to make cuffs. Some I have made cuffs using, let's see, I had one hanging around here somewhere, but I can never find anything. Using the cuff actually off of a shirt that had a button on it, and then you decorate that cuff and just wear it as a bracelet, and that's pretty, that's beautiful. And so she used them on her cuffs, and so I haven't tried using them on a cuff yet, but see, I don't think I have any purple buttons. I use up my purple right away so fast. And so hopefully I get the buttons that I bought from the auction. I hope I get them pretty soon. And like I say, my memory is so bad, I don't even know who I bought them from. This was a white button, but I inked it up with alcohol ink and made it into a different color. So that's another thing you can do with your buttons. Oops, did I I don't know if I put a knot in the end of that. No, I didn't. So it would be nice if I put a knot in there. But, oh, let me get this knot in here. No. Well, Elizabeth Marie, sometimes just things, you know, these rented fingers, you know, they don't always work really well. But yes, I lost my needle. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, it's hard to see things on this black. I do like my glass mat, but for the most part, I got to be real careful though, as not to let anything leak under it, because then it takes away the image from underneath. See, I got that spot right there. That okay. Now there I have 2 buttons on there, and I wanna, let's see. Gosh, I love buttons. Okay, here's a little. This is a little. Well, goodness, there it buried itself again. Some of these buttons I have are like vintage. Old. I call them vintage. I don't know if they're vintage. They're just plain old, ordinary old. I'm going to put that purple one in there because I do like that old purple. So I'm going to take a piece of ribbon. And I'm going to take that ribbon and sew it on with the button. So let me just get make sure my, oops, I got to cut it off here. And I'll put another knot in the end. And then I will pull my, I'm going to pull my thread from the bottom, go right through that, ouch. The points of needles are sharp, just so you know. I probably shouldn't have put that ribbon right close to that other one. And then I'll put the button on there, and now sew the button right over the piece of ribbon. There's so many things, you know, you can just, you know, make these snippet rolls into an art project. They're so pretty. And then, of course, now if I was doing this off camera, it would just work perfect, but doing it on camera, and I've heard a lot of people do say that, you know, you do things on camera and it gives you a little headache. Not a real headache. I never get a headache, but I am lucky that I never get headaches. I used to get headaches really bad. I used to get migraines. I mean, real migraines. And oops, I untied this bow that was already tied, so I'm going to tie it back. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to tie it back. I'm just going to cut that one off so it's just a tie, because then this one I do want tied. If I have 2 bows too close together, it might look like I might not like that. So I'm going to, but this one that I just stitched onto this button, I'm going to tie a bow so the bow is actually tied behind the button. And that's pretty. There. Oh, no, it's not. I can't tie today. I don't know how to tie my shoes. Although I don't tie my shoes because the hubster does it for me, because he thinks I'm a princess, and I'm not going to. There we go. There you go. That's pretty. And then I'll just continue to go down here with buttons, but then I'm going to also use some beads. I'm going to sew some beads on there. And so, but I didn't bring beads in with me right now. Beads are in the other room. In the other room. I'll put this little beady one. I'm going to put that one down here. Put that little bitty one down there. Hopefully my needle goes through. Maybe I won't put that. Yes, I will. Sometimes I try to get the largest needle I can possibly use, and because it's easier to thread, but it's not always easier to get them. They don't always want to fit through a real small button hole. The hole on the lid on a real small button. So there we go, and I'll get that one tied on there. Okay, see there? Now that's good. So I wonder if everybody's done shopping for Christmas. I'm done, haven't started. Actually, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Done, 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 done. Ooh, this one's kind of a pretty lavender. We'll put that one up here. Oh no, let's put that one right in the middle of those little angel wings. Angel wings. A little hard to get the needle through there. They're kind of almost like a little vinyl kind of fabric. So it's a little hard to get the stitch through, but it's not impossible. Something's a little bit hard, but not impossible. And so we'll put that through there. And then that puts a little button on there. And you can put, just anything on just to add such beautiful things. I just love beautiful things. And then you just cut a little piece off if you're going to use it on a journal, on a spine, to make a pocket anywhere. And then even you can just go like this. Just put a stitch with nothing, just a stitch with the thread, and then take the thread, tie it on a knot, and then just cut it off. See there? It doesn't even have anything on it. Just let me see if I can pull you all a little closer. There we go. Now, see, I just put a stitch on there. Can't hardly see it, can you? And just tie the stitch. You don't have to even have a button. And so, or you can take, let's see, you can take the button. Let's see here. Let's just take this white one. And take a button, go from the front, put the stitch in, come back. Oops, don't pull that too far, Elizabeth, you're running out of thread. And then go back into the second hole. Like that. See, I do this especially when I'm running out of thread on my needle. Okay, so then pull that right off because I'm about right up. And then see, there I go, and I can just tie that on. And by using this hemp cord, it's very sturdy, and so you don't have to worry about having to go through the button more than one time, and that's going to hold that on there just fine. Now, even if you had a very thin ribbon, you can actually thread the ribbon through your needle. If you have a needle with a big enough hole, I don't know, they call these, I think this is like a tapestry needle, but you can put that needle right through there, and then make sure that your button has enough of a hole that it's going to fit through. Let's see. I do wish I'd get my buttons in the mail. Every day I say, oh, I hope my buttons come today. And because they're so colorful, the ones that I ordered are so beautiful, so colorful. And let's see, I'll put this one on here. And so hopefully, well, maybe tomorrow. See, I just get too anxious sometimes. And so I use a lot of buttons. And now I'm making a journal cover, putting buttons in my journal covers, the spines of my journal covers as I put the journal pages in. There we go. There we go. See, now I just pulled that ribbon through that button, and then I will tie the ribbon in a little knot and a little bow. And you got to use the narrow, lightweight ribbon. I think this is 1/4 inch. And so there, that button is tied right on with the ribbon. So see, once you start putting buttons on down, or just tie, you can even put in your thread in your needle embroidery floss. Here I'll put a little piece of sheer ribbon, organza ribbon. I'll put that in the needle. This one's a little wider. Let's see if this one will go through for me. And let's put this one right here. I'm just going to put it through and give it a try, because we're going through, some places are quite a bit of fabrics and things, so you got to really use your muscles. Use your muscles. And there we go. We'll pull it back through. If anybody's ever done ribbon embroidery, I've done that in the past. Haven't done it in years actually now. But ribbon embroidery, where you actually embroider flowers and things with ribbon. And there's pretty, see, so I just pulled that through, and then I'll tie. It not only puts a beautiful, another embellishment on your snippet roll, but it also, it helps, you know, in spots that might not be real tightly caught in the machine stitching. Boy, I am having trouble today with tying bows. Now let me try this one. Make one rabbit ear, go around, and I just can't do it. I just cannot. This is not my day for tying bows. Now, this way, and then this piece gets lost. You know, instead of having a bow, I'm just going to have a little tie. There you go. That's fine. That is fine right there. It doesn't have to have a bow. Bow would probably come untied anyway. But see how that is now? I got that bow there. I've put in these buttons, and I'll go down through the whole thing, and I'll continue on down that. I'll continue on down that whole thing. Now, sometimes you can take like a piece of another kind of a binding or a lace. This would be too much right here, but just to give you an idea, you could go down the edge of it and sew it, or fabric glue, and put even an edge of a little bit of lace or some kind of binding even down. It almost frames it that way. So you can do this. Yes, this was in my package of beautiful things from Safia. Oh my gosh, this stuff is beautiful. But that's just to give you a second, just another idea of what to put um, on your snippet rolls. If you have, uh, gosh, just anything, you know, these jewels could even go on there, but these would have to be glued on with like E6000 or something like that, if you were to put like a little jewel. But I don't think I'm going to go on with jewels, not on this one anyway, although they would be pretty. I'm going to stick with the buttons on this one. And then you can go with them to all shabby chic. Shabby chic, if you start with like a piece of muslin, instead of using the colored background, you can use just a piece of muslin. And then everything that you add to it, have it in the shabby chic colors, the light muted colors, and with vintage buttons. Oh, and flowers too. Flowers. The little fabric flowers and stuff you can stitch on these and just fill it. Just keep going with beautiful things. And then they call it a snippet roll because then when it's all finished, you just roll it up. You just roll it up. And then I have a basket of snippet rolls that different colors or different themes kind of, and that's a snippet roll. And then you can go and say, oh, I need a piece to go on my journal, and then you cut off however you need, whatever size you need. You can cut that off and put it onto your journal, and then you glue it on with fabric glue or E6000 or stitch it on. You So many ways you can add that to your project. So I just wanted to share you through what I kind of do next. And this is it. This is what I do next. And so many things you can do with these. It's an art project. You just whatever you have, you just stitch it on there. And so yeah, that's it. And so then I will close with some with some close with some positive thoughts for you. And here I want to read this. It says, everything I touch is a success. I now establish a new awareness of success. I know I can be as successful as I make up my mind to be. I move into the winning circle. Golden opportunities are everywhere for me. Prosperity of every kind is drawn to me. And that's everything I touch is a success. My snippet roll, that's a success. I'm not even finished with it. I am safe. It's only change. I cross all bridges with joy and ease. The old unfolds into wonderful new experiences. My life gets better all the time. And so there's a lot of people that are afraid for change. They want things to stay the same all the time. But change is good, and change is ever happening. Every day is different than the day before. As I say yes to life, life says yes to me. Life mirrors my every thought. As I keep my thoughts positive, life brings to me only good experiences. And that is what I always say is think positive. Always think positive, and positive things will happen. Negative thoughts bring negative results. Okay, so that's it for today. I thank you, and I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless.